Hello, hello, hello. Hi, friends. Sorry. First of all, I was a little bit late because it was Emmett's birthday and we were live. Well, we weren't live. We were on FaceTime with everybody, and the whole family was at the house. And they're still doing a big birthday party next weekend. And I'm really happy because, like our family's going to be there, like my son and my brother and Robbie's sister-in-law and her daughters with their kids. So it's nice. And I'm glad they're having it. But hi everyone. I'm sorry we're late. June and Pam are with me tonight,
Hi
and
all.
we're gonna rack some of their brain. Let's see who's here. Gayleen, Cindy's here. Hi, Cindy. What does this say? Is here right now. All kids are in their own room. My children are grown and back home for a bit. I'm listing now. All right, good. Gayleen.
Was Cindy the one with the Macari question?
Yes.
Okay, well.
Hi, Jenny. Hi, sweetheart. Swamp. Glenn. June just told me you guys might be in for another hurricane next week, so be on the lookout. Cindy saying my daughter is finished up saving for a down payment on a house and her rent way up, so she moved back to save. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
It's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
Well, there's potentially $25,000 out there in the future.
Yeah, that's if they don't put the house up by 50 because they know about it.
Right.
Everyone is back in the living room. I did pick up auction wins today, and I'm prepping stuff for listing, going to new flea market tomorrow and a new area to thrift with my daughter. Who was going to the church sale today? Was that you too?
No.
Was that you?
No.
That was Cindy also?
No. What's her name? Shani.
Oh, Shani was going. That's right. Hi, Adam. Hi, sweetheart. Little man. Yeah, he just turned 3. The crazy. What's up, Uncle Mike? What's going on? Good to see you. How are you? What's going on? Sold another one of my new listings today. You go, Swamp. You go.
Go.
Hope you're well, Mike. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. I haven't seen you forever. Not that I've been going live too much these days, other than recently. In the last month, I've probably gone live more than I have in a year. Two things. Cindy, I think Pam has the right answer for you. I'm doing good. Thank you, honey. Thank you. On the Macari local delivery, local pickup and delivery. So you had to print a label out for that, I'm assuming, right? How did the label read?
You can go back in. It'll be in your downloads. Or you can go back in and just hit reprint label just to see what they give you.
Hi, Gloria. How are you? I was going to ask you where Gloria was, Pam. What's going on, girl? Good to see you. June had a bit of good news. She might actually, everybody say a prayer tonight. The dealership's 99.9% sure that they're going to get her a new engine for the Hyundai. So that's good news.
From Hyundai. That's cool.
So that's really good news. And what else? What else is going on? We had a really good ice cream day.
That's good.
Yeah, June's feeling better now that they put she got off the meds that they put her on wrong. Ugh, these doctors sometimes.
I didn't see that.
They can.
We're going to try to do a variance again tonight. That's going to be cool.
A variation?
Yeah, she just learned how to do variations, and I didn't teach her. She taught herself.
Oh, that's excellent. I just want to tell you one thing, though. If you have variations on a listing, you can't do a sell similar on it. So you know. They won't let you.
Oh, so if I have a variation, I can't do sell similar at the back end, like
Correct.
we've been doing.
It won't relist. It'll be the eBay algorithm doesn't support it. It'll be completely crazy, and it just won't work right.
Man, you know some shit, don't you?
What you could do though,
She knows some stuff.
what you could do though, which I don't like to do because relisting an item, it keeps the same item number, where that's why selling similar is the only way to do it, because you're getting a whole new item number completely introduced to the algorithm all over again. So generally when I do a sell similar, I leave them off for at least like 72 hours. So eBay's not like, oh, AI I recognize these photos.
Oh,
I change
got you.
I change the
That's smart.
title. Right. I leave them off for a while.
And then just do them separate.
That is probably the reason, because I never understood why Robbie, like when we were listing the sports shirts, he was listing just the smalls, then doing a listing for the mediums,
That's what
then
I've been
doing a listing for the large. But if you do it as one listing where the buyer can pick small, medium, and large,
Yeah.
then that's the one you can't sell similar on.
Right. I
Right.
have all of my multi quantity. All the smalls are one listing, all the mediums and all the large.
That's the way I think I would rather do mine.
Yeah, just do it. Just copy the listing. You don't even have to. All you have to do then is use one photo for all the listings, and then for the small, take a picture of the small tag and do your measurements. The
And then
medium
do the
tag.
medium, do the magic. Right.
Right.
Now, let me ask you a question, June, because I forget. Your regular store, your Boogaloo shop, that one is, you have what, the starter store, or you have the regular premier store?
I don't have a starter store on any of them.
Okay.
I don't have a store with my crafts.
No, I'm talking about the one that you
My
have the
main
shirts on.
store, Bug Lulu shop,
Yeah.
it's what you have.
The premier or the basic? You have
No,
1,000?
it's above the basic.
I dropped mine to basic. I kept Robbie at
I'm
premier.
$60 a month or something, whatever.
Yeah,
I
40,
dropped
50,
to a basic.
59. Yeah, 59.
Yeah, I'm
So
59.
you don't even have to worry about, some people do variations also because it counts as another listing if you do smalls and then you do mediums and then you do
But
large.
they gave me 5 million or some
Well,
stupid.
no, but that doesn't count in the 59.95.
No.
What does
No,
that
what
mean?
counts in that is the 10,000 that they give us now as a premier store. I used to pay $300 a month.
Hey, I will never do 10,000 a month. So why do I need to do variations?
You don't
No.
really.
You don't.
Thank you, Jesus.
It
You
used to
really
be-
don't.
It took me 3 hours to learn how to do it.
But now you know. But I'll tell you what, it might come
I
in
don't
handy.
know that I know either. I've only done one.
It might come in handy if you have two hats, one red, one blue, or you could do a single listing. It still counts as a listing, but eBay gives you so many listings in free categories every month. So unless you have a store that has 10,000 single one-off items, you don't need a big store.
I very seldom have duplicates, period. I've got more duplicates since she sold her store than I've ever had. I always have different one-offs.
Right,
Yeah.
because like all the shirts you didn't buy, Pam, she bought.
I
Right.
bought.
So
Whatever,
she has a
whatever
lot
she
of.
had left, I took. I
Yeah.
went and helped her clean it out.
Don't list all your quantity. If you have 50 of something, don't put 50 down.
I asked T about that. What's your reasoning for that?
Because you're never going to sell them for your list price, because some idiot is going to send you a message and go, you have 50, you can afford to sell me
I
one.
wondered about that. I
And
wondered
you're going
about
to get
that.
lowballed and harassed and harassed and harassed continuously. That's been my experience. I do max 10.
Yeah.
Because you know why? I'll tell you. If somebody really wants more and they see that you have 10 medium, 10 small, 10 large, they're going to message you and go, do you have more? I want more. And you can say, yes, I do. How many do you want?
I think I'll leave the one that I have a bunch on, the variation one, because I've never done one and I want to leave it. But these I'll do separate. So I don't
You can
stress.
do a completely different listing and do the same exact thing and just put like a
these are
1A or something
These are
at the
red
back
socks.
of it, and do smaller quantity too. Yeah, see, like
Did you
what I do.
Did you buy any of these from her?
No.
Okay, because I don't want to undercut you.
No
You
Red
have
Sox in
Sophie,
my
don't you?
home.
She doesn't want any Red Sox. We're Yankee fans, June. That's why
That's
you got all the
taboo.
Red
That's
Sox.
what the hell you gave them to me? Because I'm dumb and don't know who they are?
No, Massachusetts isn't far from Louisiana or Mississippi. You'll be fine. Anyway,
She knew what she was doing when
you
she
can
won.
list them 2 times, is what I'm saying. Like I have multiple listings of a lot of. They tell you you're not supposed to do it, and you can get in trouble, but you
I
can.
got you. She
You
laughed.
can do
Her and
it.
Robbie laughed my whole drive home. We got her ass. We got her ass.
No,
I
I
love
don't
you,
think
Dee.
so.
Listen,
Oh,
there's
okay.
just as many Red Sox fans out there as there are Yankee
There are.
fans.
There are.
Well, I
Believe
got
me,
the
I see
Mets.
the
Are they
flag
Yankees? Are
flying
they?
here in South Carolina.
Yes,
Trust me.
Did you get the Mets? The New York Mets?
I have Mets stuff, but no.
Was that another one you pawned off on me?
No,
I
Mets
have
are a New York
Pittsburgh.
team.
I have Pittsburgh, and I have
Yankees.
Yankees.
All right. I'm okay. I may never sell them.
No,
if
you
I
will.
do, I do. If I don't, I don't.
You will, but you could do listings like, say your price is $10. Just let's do, just
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what it is.
Okay, so, well, are you going to have offers on?
I don't have offers on anything. I should.
Oh, okay. I do.
But I just put my store on sale for 2 weeks with 18%, which I've never done that either. I've always done 10 or 15.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to, after this sale, I had thought about just doing across the board something.
Yeah.
But I just got brave to make my own decisions. I usually have to call T up and say, T, can I do this or should I do this?
But I think what Pam's alluding to is $10 is too cheap.
I was going to ask you, they're $25 marked. Should I go 15?
$14.99.
Oh, make it a weird amount?
You have $5 negotiating room to get to the $10 you want.
I always do even amounts too. I don't do 99, 88.
Oh, yeah, then 15. I would. But
you guys, you know what? While we brought that up, what do you guys think about that? Do you think there's like a little play on the brain if you do $14.99?
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
$14.98.
Because Walmart does it. Kmart does it. All of them do it.
Walmart's $97.
Right. Yeah.
CVS and Walgreens and all your drug places are $95. And clothing stores, like higher end clothing stores, are $99, like Macy's and Nordstrom's.
Do you do it? Do you do it?
I use $99 on certain items and $95, and I'm going to tell you why I do it. Because if I send somebody an offer, I send them a solid number offer. So if I know somebody bought a sports card for $15, I know they bought it off my offer. So I gauge how offers work. So I do it like that.
Because it wouldn't have been that even amount had it not been an offer.
Correct. Right. Yeah, that's why I use change. That's the only reason.
Let me ask you this. I've heard a little bit about teas, but what is your procedure of inventory? How do you do that? I mean, how do you do that? Because I got to do it and I need to.
Well, I've gone through a lot of different inventory situations because I have a spatial problem in my home. It's very small.
Hi, Pat. Hi, honey.
A lot of times I do like with like, and I find it's easier for me. I've seen a lot of people who have sheds that like do one item that's a baseball hat over there, and then they'll go over the other side and they'll do a baseball hat over there. I have a big tote that has all my hats in times 2. I know, like, if somebody buys a Pittsburgh hat, I know exactly what row it's in, whatever. I remember these things. So to me, all of my hats are together. All my men's clothes are bagged and boarded, and they're in men's 1, men's 2, whatever. And I know where it is because I use the SKU.
Mine is nowhere near that.
So they're all bagged and they're either in boxes or they're in totes. All my electrical type of stuff, hard goods, any of that kind of stuff is over here in my office on that shelf. So by what I sell, I know where I'm going to get it to start out with. So I have things in groupings like that. All my jewelry, I have, you know, the shoebox, clear shoebox boxes, all of those. Like I've got 4 for necklaces, 3 for brooches. So all of those are in that. So all I have to do is look at, if it's a brooch and it says B3, I'm going to box B3, and they take up one of the 4x8 shelves, and it's all on one top shelf. So I've got like 35 or 40 of those on top of one shelf, and I just have the numbers right on the tote and I just pull it out.
Yeah.
Very rarely do I lose something.
Well, my stuff is all in totes. But when I list, I look at all my totes to see where I may have room for the such item.
Right. Right.
T knows how it is. They're numbered. I have 120 totes, and they're all in bins,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in a row, lined up.
Yeah, I have those shelves I'm looking at there, those metal ones that you have. I have
yes.
Those. Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting rid of my totes because I don't have those. See,
they're
those,
all these big
those are awesome, but I wouldn't have the space for those. But like the that metal,
all numbered.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I figured you might want to see what I was talking about.
Yeah, like I have the one that's over your right shoulder. I'm sorry, your left shoulder. The other one back there. I have those.
These ones?
Yeah, I have those.
Okay, that's just my personal business stuff. All my totes are on those big metal ones.
No, that's great because
that's just like my business papers.
No, but the thing I'm saying is I have those because I couldn't get those big ones in my home, for one.
Gotcha.
And two, I have them on wheels.
Yeah.
So I have like 2 and I can wheel them back.
It's in my craft room, T. The ones like in my craft room is what she has.
So
the big silver ones.
I had totes on those shelves and it wasn't working. So I got rid of all my totes and I went with 10 boxes, 10 high, 12. So I can have 5 boxes on a shelf. And because there's, 12, 20, 10. So it's 20 long and I can have a lot of stuff in one of those boxes.
Jenny, I do too. Whenever she gets a chance, I'll get her to explain that to us.
So you know what I started using now, so I don't have to worry about the books, the postal bins.
I only have one. Mika's toys are outside in it. The postman comes every day and he looks at it and he's like,
no, the post office has been really good. They keep, they're like, yeah, you need more bins. They seem to want to get rid of them half the time. I'm like, yeah, give me more.
Yeah.
But these are the racks. Pam, I'm sure these are the racks you're talking about, these metal ones back here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's all I use too.
Yeah.
Oh, my husband got these because they measured the tote size and the depth and all that crap. Right. I mean, he's a Virgo. Come on. But we get 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 is what? 16 totes per unit.
Right. That's a lot.
And I have, I think, 15 units.
Wow.
But we enclosed my patio. And they're all lined up here. But I've got a couple that T brought me, little smaller ones I bought from her. And she brought them down to me. And I got those in the garage with backstock.
I'm not a gangster. So I have some postal bins. Shh.
She gave me a couple. I got rid of them. I don't like them. Okay, T, we have some questions.
All right.
I'm right along with her on the promoting.
Oh, yeah. So she's saying to start at 3%. I am going to start tomorrow. I'm going to do Robbie's store first. His sale, I think, is... I don't know. Should I do it while he still has a sale in his store? No, I'll wait till the sale is over, right?
Will you have to tell me whenever I'm done?
The sale comes off. Okay. Because you'll be changing the store 2 times. You'll be changing it for the promotion, and then you'll be changing it when the sale goes off. I would wait and then just do it and go into bulk edit and do it across the board. Unless there's something that you don't want to promote, you can just go right down the list and type it in and unclick it. the fastest way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, as far as what not to put on there, I mean, for his store, what most of the stuff, like I said, is most of the stuff in his store now is going to all be just a close.
Close.
There's a few things like my father, brought us some of that Heath kit and some of that, machinery and stuff like that. Like that, I think even if I promote it, it should be okay, right?
I
Or
wouldn't
should
promote it.
no, just do the close for now.
Why? I mean, there's probably maybe one other one out there.
Okay.
We're talking like stuff from the 70s. No. If you have a one-off or a two-off, it's
Okay.
not worth it. Like I have Asian bowls and stuff like that nobody else has. I don't promote those.
Right. Yeah, like that's why I don't want to do it on my store, because I have those lithographs, I have jewelry, I have stuff like that I don't want to touch with that
Yeah,
stuff.
not on the artwork and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to. Hi, KK, honey. How are you?
Hi, KK.
I mean, for Jenny says she promotes everything. It's much easier, but Jenny's store basically I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Jenny, but I think 9 out of 10 of your items is all media. I don't think she really has any other like one-off stuff. Like
everything in my store.
Once you get into the habit of promoting, you do it automatically in your listing. It's at the bottom. It asks you what.
Right. I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm doing it. So I mean, some of my sports cards are listed to my max, which is 7, and some of them are 3.
Okay.
It depends on the demand.
And do you think it's worth it on the sports cards too?
Do I have what?
I said, do you think it's worth it on the sports cards? You only do it on specific.
It's only if I have a one-off sports card, or like I have a couple cards that are 1 of 10. No, I'm not promoting.
Okay.
But if I have one, like, let's say I have a graded Ohtani that's not worth anything, even though he's 50-50 in baseball out of how many decades now?
Right.
His card's worth nothing. And this is what I can't even get into talking about baseball cards. You got a guy who will catch a superb pass in a football game, and his card goes up $15 for one 60-yard catch. You have a guy who goes, and the whole season hit is not even over yet, 50 home runs and 50 stolen bases, and his card is in the. That's why I hate baseball cards. I won't get any more. I won't do any more baseball cards.
Okay.
It's the weirdest concept. Football cards all the way are the best. They always have been, because it's a shorter season and higher demand. There's not as many print companies. Baseball is overprinted. So because it is overprinted and there's so many, you have to promote them.
Right. I'm wrong. I don't have a lot of, I said you didn't have a lot of one-offs, but I make groups of like games and stuff. But yes, I do have a lot of things with high competition. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. When the competition is high, you have to.
Good night, KK. You going to bed already, sweetheart? All right. Good night. I know this really isn't KK's talk or thing. She's not a reseller, so I know she's a little bored probably.
Vintage. Has anybody ever sold vintage decals?
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Do they have any value?
Donna had those. Remember, she was selling those crate ones, like the orange crate box ones and stuff like that. They were selling really good for a while.
These are more like
But I sold some.
These are like all nature.
Oh. No, the ones that I sold were like almost like the advertising trade cards, but newer, where they would just have like almost like a saying on them. I can't remember what they were called. There was actually a name. And I'm not talking about those silly Wonka cards or whatever those silly.
No, I know.
But these were like almost like stickers, but or bumper stickers almost, but decal type of thing.
Yeah, these are decal,
Yeah.
and they're like 1980s, but they're all nature type of stuff. I don't even know where I got these. So I don't know if I should just. I have a lot of multiples. That's the problem. So out
Okay.
of the multiples, I was thinking of just putting those in lots,
Okay.
like a lot
So
of.
you know when we talk about cards, and you know we know that like the 90s or the late 80s or and the 90s, there's a lot of common.
90s garbage baseball.
Right. But what about other sports like football, basketball? They're all the same?
No,
Okay. So like I have, let's just say like
you have
nine
90s basketball.
yeah, like 90s
Couple
basketball.
balls.
Like there's your Chicago Bulls.
There's my guy, MJ. Yeah, there's
Who?
MJ, Michael Jordan.
Oh, is there a Jordan here? I didn't see him.
Top right.
Oh, yeah, I see him now. Okay. All right.
Well, if you come upon a Walter Payton card, let me know.
Okay.
Number 34, Chicago Bears.
Okay. Well, like I said, a lot of this stuff, some of this stuff came from my brother. Some of this stuff might have been my son's because, you know, my brother's 9.5 years old, younger than me, and then my son's 9.5 years younger than him. So when I find 80 stuff, I pretty much know that it was mine.
Right.
When I find 90 stuff, I pretty much know it was my brother's. When I find 2000 stuff, I pretty much know it's my son's. But that being said, even the late 90s could have been my son's, but I don't know. And then there's stuff here like,
Wait, what are you doing with those? Are you going to sell those as a sheet?
no, this is just how they came because my brother had a whole book of just sports stuff in a
You have
thing.
the Ken Griffey unnumbered card there. Diamond King. Is that what I just saw?
Diamond King.
In the book? Did I just see Ken Griffey Diamond King? No, I thought I did.
Okay. I didn't see Griffey.
It's the same color almost.
Oh, it's the same one as Dave Henderson, maybe?
Yeah, it looks like that. But his is Ken Griffey. If you come across it, it's an error. It doesn't have a number on it.
Ah, okay.
It's worth money.
Okay.
So is Nolan Ryan's. His has no number either.
All right. Well, here's
It's
a
supposed
Nolan
to be
Ryan, but
number
this
one.
one's not that series. This is Don Russ.
Don Russ 90s is overproduced in baseball. I would start with your basketball cards.
Okay.
Even though you're not in the basketball season, but those players that you have there aren't playing anymore. Anyway, if anything, they would be coaches.
Okay.
But I would start with basketball.
But even like these, I think, I don't even know. I think these are like, some of these look like they could have been mine.
They look like they were yours by the date. By the
My father saved all this crap.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I know. But again, half of my cards went in my bicycle spokes, you know. But I don't even know if my father sleeved half of this because I'm like, I don't remember sleeving this stuff. Like, I feel like my father might have done it.
I gave my nephew my card collection when I moved to the East Coast. He didn't even have it for 20. It was from the 60s and 70s. He didn't even have it for 24 hours. He took it to a pawn shop, pawned it, and bought drugs.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Gone. I had a lot of them signed too, because we used to be in Wrigley all the time.
Right.
So
I have his rookie card with no number. It's in a protective plastic case. Someone gave it to my son and said, hold on to this.
who's that? Which rookie?
Which one, Wendy? Yeah, and then in the middle of this is a Buffalo
It has
Bill.
no number. It's an error card. I like the Miami Heat win, Dwayne. Oh, Ken Griffey. Ken Griffey. Junior, I hope, not senior. They both have the same name.
Yeah, but that one's unnumbered, not the other one, right?
Right. There is an unnumbered Diamond Kings card. That's probably the one she has with no number on it. There was like about 500 of them printed. Yeah. Then they stopped the run. So there's like 500 of them out there in circulation.
Well, here's a Ken Griffey one, but it's a score. It's 91. It's probably mass produced.
Seattle? Maybe
Yeah.
not. Score doesn't produce that many cards.
No.
What you better look, is that his rookie card? You should take a look. You said 91.
Yeah, it's card number 2. No.
See,
No.
the other thing I like about football cards, here, I'll show you the difference.
No, because 89 was his rookie card, right? I think this is a 90.
89, 90. That's why I said 91 again, because I was questioning myself.
Yeah, it's 91. Yeah, it's 91.
Here's what I like about football cards. I'll show you the difference. I don't know if you can see this, but the reason why, well, first of all, the graphics are so much better. Here, let me turn this up. The foil, the graphics, they're so much better. Okay, but here's what I like about it. Here you go. Baseball doesn't do this. Rookie card, right up in the top corner. It'll tell you. Rookie.
Oh, it tells you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's great about football cards. Every one of them will do that. Thank you so much. If it's a rookie card, if it's a prestige, whatever it is, and basketball does it too. Baseball doesn't. Here's another one. See? Rookie card. Right off the top. Now, if you have any cards that are worth money, and any of the cards that I have that are worth like $25 and up, I put them in these magnetic cases.
What is that?
Does that look familiar to you, T?
That looks like Markov.
Lipstick.
Oh, Alexandra DeMarkov.
I recognize it.
Probably 60 or 70. And I think they're all the same color.
Probably.
Yes.
I would do.
But I didn't list all of them.
Lots of 2, lots of 5, lots of 10, lots of 20.
That's what I'm going to do. I have them listed as 2 right now, but I'm going to go through and to get rid of them because, you know, they're going to get old.
Yeah.
I'm going to give them a killer deal.
Yeah. So
well, I don't think anybody's competing with you.
You don't think
I sold mine.
Oh, okay. I'm probably asking too much for them. I don't know.
Oh,
So
look, I found a garbage pail. That's who I was talking about before.
Mona Loser.
Yeah.
So when you sell your cards, how are you shipping them?
I haven't listed any of them yet. I don't know.
You have cards in your store and your shipping was a lot of money. It will prevent you from selling the cards.
It should be 99 cents.
Well, they changed it. It's $1.25 now, so you should adjust.
Hi, Sue. Wait,
Why?
I definitely thought I changed it to the sports. I did it the other day.
Okay, did you? All right.
Double check if I didn't.
It was a while ago I saw them. So it's $1.25 now if you're using the 3-ounce rate.
Okay.
Are you putting them in a top loader?
Well, I mean, I'll put them in something like this.
No, you can use a top loader. It'll do 3 ounces.
That's
in the
what
top
this
loader.
is. Isn't that what that is?
Oh, those actually is that a bigger sleeve like for a card when you send it in for grading? You don't want to.
I have no idea. This Bucky Dent was just in the sleeve. I haven't touched it yet.
Bucky Dent. This is a top loader.
Yeah, look what I just found.
There you go. Rated rookie. Now there's a card.
I got 2 of them.
Okay. Now that card,
This is a plastic sleeve it's in.
yeah, right. That's what I have right here. It's called a top loader. Now, that card.
Hi, James.
That card I would put in these in the mags just to get another $5 out of the card.
Oh, the mag ones. Oh, the heavy duty ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because people will pick my card over somebody else's if it's a higher price card, just because I have it in these. Because it's display, It's conservation, so the car's not going to fade in the light like it will in the plastic top loader.
Okay.
So those, how's the condition?
The 2 Ken Griffey's. I mean, they look good. I mean, the corners look good. I mean, it's probably hard to tell on here. I mean, and the front one looks more evenly cut because I know they look at the cut.
Well, the side opposite of your fingers is a little wider.
But this one's worse.
Offer not sent. Why can't I send this offer? Yeah, they're both. I'm just gonna do a thing here. I don't know why I can't send this offer. One offer, not
one
sent.
of them is worse than the other for sure on the cut.
Okay. Who is the that's not Tops.
No, it's
That's
Donruss.
Donruss. Yeah. I just want to take a look and see how many of them are off key like that. All right, so I don't want to burst your bubble. The card is worth money, but some lunatic has them 3 on an auction right now that's ending in 22 minutes, and it has 4 bids, and it's presently at $3.33.
Oh, how many watchers though?
I don't know because I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay.
I'm
not going to do anything with it right now anyway. I'm not even ready to do these cards yet. I have so much other stuff. And to be honest with you, like the 3 or 4 bins that I have that are like this, that have cards in them, Pam,
yeah.
I have plenty of time to work on these. They're not taking up a lot of room.
No, they're not.
It's the biggest stuff I got to sell now. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely. I just wanted you to know that if the card,
unless somebody dies, then I might go in here and grab,
If Ken Griffey ever has a son that plays baseball, his card will value up again. Ken Griffey Jr. If there would be a third,
okay,
Junior's card would go up.
Okay.
Maybe that's what'll happen to LeBron's cards if his son becomes a player, but it's actually the one in high school that's the good one.
No, so we got a long way to go yet.
Made a Laker.
Yeah, so even the sleeves and stuff that are in the books, and there's one set that I think he had the whole set, and it's it's like in a bin, with actually he saved a ton of tickets, but I don't think the tickets are worth it.
Oh yes.
I don't think so.
See, I did an auction on sports tickets I got from you and a lot, and
Jets and Steelers.
Yeah.
1986. I didn't go to this game. My
brother. Steelers win the Super Bowl in 86? Probably. No, the answer isn't probably.
Maybe my brother went. I'm trying to think. 86 would have meant he was.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, he was born in. My brother was born in 1970. No, he would have only been 10. I don't think I went to this game. I don't remember.
I was teasing. See, that's the only year the Bears have won the Super Bowl in 70 years. So.
Yeah, I know this was probably my brother because he was a Giant fan anyway, not a Jet fan. But this was like the Giants and the Eagles in 05.
I know the Bears won. I was teasing you.
Here's a Yankee ticket from 2000.
I used to go to the games in 2000.
Yeah. Again, there's not a lot. I mean, here's another Yankee one. This one was August 14th. They don't even have a year on this one. Oh, 01. Oh, and then I started listing these because he had a bunch of these stickers.
Yeah, can you do like the American League and National League together?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? I cannot find this pack anywhere.
Early 90s, right?
I could not find this
mean-
anywhere. It's still sealed in the pack.
SMY, Sports Network. That's mess. It's mommy. I pounded. I hit the desk. It's mommy. Go lay down. Good
There
girl.
ain't a listing to be found anywhere.
It had to be a SGA. Use SGA in the search. Stadium giveaway.
I looked everywhere. I'm telling you.
Send me a picture of it.
2007 is the year on these.
Just send me a picture of the front in my messenger.
You know, it's an upper deck. I have no idea. I just figured I'll throw the pack up there. It's almost like it's, you know, who knows if there's a lucky card in there. I don't know.
There could be.
All right, here's 82s. Again, these have to be mine. Who's the Yastrzemski fan? Not you. Somebody I know.
I like Carl Yastrzemski. He was the only Red Sox that was worth anything. Yeah, I like Yaz. Number 9. Hole in the sock.
So again, is this going to be considered a common 1983? I don't know. Here's Seaver. And again, oh, here's a signed Ryan card. Why does this look like it's really signed?
You have a Nolan Ryan sign. He's like my all-time favorite pitcher next to.
It looks like it's really. That looks like a real pen. When I look at it, it looks like it's indented.
It does. I don't think those came signed that year.
I don't know.
Because the ink is running off into the border.
Yeah.
You know, he dragged the pen.
83.
Mm-hmm. Did you go to a game and he was there? Playing the Mets?
I wouldn't have gone to a Met game. That's why I'm saying it's so weird, some of these cards. Unless my brother... I mean,
they could have played the Yankees.
My brother could have bought some of these cards along the way. I don't even know. Because my brother in 1983 was 9 years old.
Red or orange?
So, I don't know.
This is one.
I mean, he was heavily into baseball. I mean, his Little League team went to the World Series. I mean, he was a big baseball guy, but I remember going to Painted Post, New York. Yeah, this was more like the years I collected. I don't know. Some of it's weird. Some of it's just weird. I'm like, I don't know. All right, I'll have to have the Ryan looked at. It's not in bad shape either.
Mm-mm. No, it isn't.
Oh, would you say the Diamond King was not numbered? Which one?
Nolan Ryan and Ken Griffey.
Okay.
None of Nolan Ryan's were. 500 to Ken Griffey's or not.
Well, this one is. That's a different one. Nolan
That's
Ryan.
not a Diamond King.
No, I know. It's for some reason it's mixed in with the Diamond King. I don't know why.
Probably the same year.
85.
The team. Diamond King is 90s.
Well, these are 85s. I don't know. Again, I don't know why any rhyme or reason for some of these. All right. Did they have interleague play back then? No, Jenny, they didn't.
Mm-mm.
No, they only started interleague play maybe in the last 15 years.
Yeah, 98-ish, 98, 99.
20 years. All right.
Because it was while my mother was still alive, because she loved baseball.
Yeah, my mother too. Oh my God, my mother was an Atlanta
10
Brave.
for kids.
My
and
mom
15
was
for
a Phillies
adults.
fan because she was from Philadelphia.
Goodbye.
I'll be right back. Okay.
Bye.
My dad was a Cubs fan because he was from Chicago.
No, I need you to make me tea.
Okay.
Thank you.
June, why are you so fresh to James?
My mom was
Retirement. Retirement. You need to go back to work.
have them do chores at night.
What?
Pat Dees is a Phillies fan.
Pat D's probably mad at me because I haven't returned his phone call, but he's got to understand I've been sick. See? You could buy anytime and thank you. All right. Thank you. I'm sorry I haven't called you back. I haven't called anybody though.
All right.
Okay.
So I went through my box of camera stuff.
Did
and I
you?
weeded out a bunch of stuff that I wasn't using.
Ooh,
I sold the lens last week, a camera
didn't hear that, Dan.
bag 2 weeks before. That one international shipping.
I got a ding while I was on mute.
So I have to replace one of my Pro Series cameras because it died.
Oh no.
I'm heartbroken. I don't know what happened to it. It only has like 40,000 shutter clicks on it. And they don't make it anymore. And that's the camera that I like.
And what's the brand?
Olympus.
Olympus.
Yeah. It's just really heartbreaking. I have two bodies, but see, the thing is with my hand, I can't change lenses in the field. One, it's really dusty and it's not safe to do because my hand will drop lenses.
Right.
So I had two of the same cameras with different lenses. So let's say I went on a hike or something, I'd have one with a long lens and one with a land lens. So if I encountered birds or wanted to shoot something up close from far away that I couldn't get to, I would use the long lens camera. Or if I was taking a trip around the lake or something, then I would use my landscape lens. And then, my macro photography has a whole complete other lens. So now I'm switching 3 different lenses on one camera constantly. So I have to open my camera bag and stand over it and do it in case it falls. At least it's
Right.
what people do.
Goes in the bag.
So I'm getting rid of everything I'm not using or don't want. And then the only place I'm going to find one is in Japan. So
What year was that camera? What year?
2010.
2010.
It was our last Pro Series camera.
Okay. I'm trying to think of my son because Christopher, I think, had an Olympus when he was doing photography in school. Because, like I said, when he went to school, he did that was his thing, was art and photography and acting. Like he went to the Cultural Arts Center in 11th and 12th grade. And that was like his thing. But we bought him a good camera, and I swore it was an Olympus.
When did he go to high school?
On Long Island, same high school I went to.
When? What year? What time frame?
Well, he was born in 1985, so
15 years would be 2000.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Oh, 2010, yeah, it would probably no, he graduated in 04.
My guess is you either bought him an E300 or an E3.
Yeah. Yeah, he graduated in like 03. I was trying to think if he would have something like that, but my father has given him like $40,000 worth of all of his Zeiss camera equipment. When he left Long Island and came here, he only kept like his one good camera body and a couple of lenses. A lot of his lenses too. I told you years ago we sold on. Yeah, we sold Sony. A lot.
He basically built Sony's camera line. Z's.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll show you what it looks like. I have it sitting over here. I don't want to sell it for parts yet because I'm going to take it apart and keep what I can for my other one that works.
FYI, I watch you, T, on almost all your shows on the TV. So it is a smart TV, but there is no way on the side one to add the chat. Oh, I didn't know that.
No, when I watch on my TV too, I can't. I chat off my phone. But sometimes I like to sit on the couch and
Rummage. Hi, honey.
So-
Pat, I'm glad I asked about Denise when you were and Brian. Brian had a big giveaway on his whatnot tonight. I popped
Oh,
in
really?
really
Nice.
quick to try to win $1,000.
So this is it. They don't make them the size anymore. They don't make them with the hand grip. See how the hand it fits my hand perfect. I can
Oh.
actually slide it in and out of my hand.
Okay.
So they don't make them like this anymore. These are the older. They call them the bricks. These
I
take,
have a 1967 Pentax.
this is a digital. It's not. It's not.
Yeah,
a
it's digital too.
from 67,
70, excuse me, 70, 70,
80,
1970.
89.
It can't be digital. It's not polarized. It's not where the picture comes out.
Does it take film?
Yes.
Then it's not a digital camera.
Oh, that's right. It
Yeah,
takes
it's an SLR, not a
it takes a
DSLR.
chip if it is, right? If it's digital. Right?
Yes.
Hey, Roman,
Yes.
I just bought this one just this week.
What is that one, June?
It's
Oh,
a
it's a Kodak.
Kodak.
for taking your photography pictures or otherwise? For your
I wanted
work?
to use it for my eBay, but I don't know how to operate it, so it's just sitting here for pretty. Just like the iPad that I bought, I mean, the laptop I bought yesterday, it's sitting here for pretty.
Well, here, June, just choose A for auto. Just
But
choose A.
how do I get the pictures from here to my?
You got a
computer?
cord with it. You know, you have a jump cord or it's Wi-Fi, one or the other. It's probably
It's Bluetooth.
Wi-Fi. Yeah, it's Bluetooth. So you just transfer them like off the camera into there. See, mine, I have to use a cord for my cameras. They're not Bluetooth. But I have a friend who was at
It's got a chip in it too. A thingy that can go into my computer.
Oh, an SD card.
SD card, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's got
micro
that.
SD. So I have a friend that was at a garden out of the country, and she was shooting
I
birds.
now know why I can't get it off of here because there's no chip in it. It's empty. There's no chip in it. I wondered why it wouldn't
Chip? What do you mean a
come
chip?
off the camera. I took pictures with it, but it won't come off the camera because it doesn't have a chip
You
in
don't
it.
have an SD card.
Yeah, you got to get a card for
Right.
it.
It's not a chip.
It-
It's a card. Chippy. I didn't know what she was talking about. Chip.
Okay, that's what I mean then, a card.
Yeah.
SD
Okay. So
card.
you have to look in your owner's manual and see what card it
Yeah,
takes.
I probably have it in the box that it came in
They're all different.
All right. So Rummage
because I
is
think it came with it for the price I paid.
Rummage is patiently waiting to hear about the garden, Pam.
Oh, you want to hear it? Okay. So here, this is part of the reason. Sometimes technology doesn't serve you well. So she was in Costa Rica, and she's really like a high caliber photographer in birds. So she was doing a workshop, and one of her students Bluetoothed her camera and took her work right off the camera. And that was my fear.
Wow.
Is because you go somewhere and somebody's just gonna sit there, and you couldn't do it from a phone. You'd have to do it with a
Right.
computer because the raw files in that camera are 50 to 60 megabytes in the camera that she uses. And somebody took her photos and tried to use them.
Oh my God.
And that was my fear that would happen. And I had talked about it when she told me that she had switched from the older model cameras. She's a Canon user to the newer with the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi and all that. And I said, I have a fear of camera theft at a workshop when you're teaching it. And it happened. And she messaged me and she's like, you're not going to believe what happened. And I'm like, what? you know, I thought maybe she was like stuck in Costa Rica with a tropical storm. She goes, somebody stole my photos and used them from her own workshop in the
Wow.
garden.
Saxton said this is not a good garden story.
This is not a good garden story.
Sorry, Saxton.
There was much too much manure used in that garden. Definitely. Okay.
Yeah, she was looking for more of the green plant stuff in the garden.
Oh, hey, you know, if you go to Longwood Gardens, they grow it there. I couldn't believe it. I was
really?
doing a workshop at Longwood Gardens, and I saw these really awesome plants. And I'm all the way down this trail, and I'm taking my group, and I see these beautiful white flowers, and all of a sudden, I smoke, right? Not tomatoes, cigarettes, but natural tobacco. So I start smelling the cigarette, and all of a sudden I start craving a cigarette, right? And well, you can't smoke on the property, and I'm like, I gotta go have a cigarette. All of a sudden, I didn't know what was happening to me. Well, I'm in a tobacco field.
Oh, wow.
And the tobacco plants that they grow there are the flowers that bloom off of these are exquisite. They almost look like orchids that are iridescent. So I keep going, and half my group's like, oh, it smells like tobacco. I'm not going. And my friend's like, you know, if we really wanted to have a cigarette, we could have one here. Nobody will know. And I'm like, no, we're not. We'll get thrown out. So anyway, we keep going. And then we see these Jack in the Pulpit, which is a really obscene looking.
I know what it looks like. Yes.
Sexual type of flower, shall we say.
Yes.
We see a bunch of these. So we stop and we photograph those. And all of a sudden I said, you know, not for nothing, my neighbor grows tomato plants. And I smell that very heavily where we are. And I turn around and there's this entire field, like 7 to 10 acres, full of 12 to 15 feet. And this was early in the summer yet. They weren't even like ready.
Wow.
It was loaded with tomato plants.
Huh.
I had never seen so many tomato plants in my life. I planted one in my yard once for my neighbor, and I cut it down at 21 feet. I kind of have a green thumb.
Wow.
And I had the only female plant around. So that's it. I want to go to your neighbor's garden. So is anybody selling on District?
No, I'm not. Are you thinking about it?
I did about 5 years ago. I do. I told you I do. I'm in 3 different shops.
Oh, but you don't sell in person. You're just listing.
I am next week
Oh, okay.
in Commons, which is Commonwealth Pickers storefront.
Oh, okay.
That's the one I told you that you should join District to go in his because it's resellers selling to resellers.
Hi, Brenda.
So you can
Team
sell
maker.
lots of stuff there.
Yes, putting the cards in the bike.
My
store.
address.
Yeah.
I have your address, Rummage. I bought a lot of stuff from you. I definitely know where you live.
So Susan Arrington, hi Susan, welcome in. She's asking what's sold on there. On District, they sell everything.
Everything. My crazy lamp lady's on there, and that whole store is glass.
Glass, right.
And then there's Dibdits, which is Carrie, who does sports cards. Dave, ADH Dave, who sells mostly toys and plush on there. And then there's Commonwealth Picker. They 3 run Dibdits. So they have auctions and they sell all kinds of stuff. And then Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, has his own store on there, which is called Commons. Underneath his store, he can bring in other sellers. And then other sellers can sell on there. So I like it. It's 8%. How can you go wrong at 8%?
Right.
Even if you're selling your stuff cheap, it's 8%. I sold a bundle of something. I transferred the money. They said it would be 2 to 4 days. It was in my bank the next morning. I was totally impressed by that. eBay hasn't sent me money all week long. Then Friday comes, I'm on daily payout. Friday comes and they send me my money. It's like, thanks. What am I supposed to do with it?
Well, that's funny you said that because I'm on Monday payout, and I swear that this week it didn't come until Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, I didn't get a payout all week long. I got a payout Monday from Friday and Saturday payouts from the week, the weekend. But I did not get paid Tuesday or Wednesday.
So Rummage says she was going to sell on there. She signed up, but they wanted her to do some one-on-one video chat or something. I
For
don't know
what? You wanted to have your own district store, or you would have people under you, or you wanted to sell on someone else's store? Like hubs. They're like hubs. So if you wanted to have your own district store, yes, your own category, people under you. Right. Yeah, so they would want to interview you because they're giving you a marketplace basically that could be limitless. You can put tens of thousands of sellers under you. It's basically kind of a pyramid in essence because you make money off of whatever all those other sellers sell. You should do it. You should do it.
I mean, you guys do Whatnot. I don't see why you wouldn't, Rummage.
Because she wouldn't have to sell very much. If she brings all the people, it could be operational without her doing anything other than forming it and bringing her people in to sell.
Right.
She can still sit on Whatnot and be making money on district. Do one show a week.
Do a lot of people go to that site? I have gone to it like once or twice, and that's probably back when Kevin first started or Lamp Lady first started, like their first show or two, and that was all I saw.
Okay, so Rummage, you get a coupon and you invite people to district using your coupon like you do on Whatnot. All right, then they get a discount to buy their first items. Within district, see if I can show you that.
They're doing all kinds of fancy stuff over on.
I'm not an advocate. I don't get paid. Okay, I'm not sponsored by district.
What percentage does the head person get?
Depends. I'll tell you. Hold on. Let me just show you what it looks like inside. Okay, like right here. Let me get out of the chat. Okay, I'm gonna like right here. This is Shop Commons. Okay,
Yeah, it's such a pain with the phone. I'll make you big on the screen. That'll help.
Hold on. Let me just turn my battery off. No, it's not going to work. It's because it's. Hold on.
Is Dad sleeping? All right. Good night.
Okay. No, it's not going to work.
Love you too.
It won't work. I can't show you. Yeah, it won't work. Okay. So it's district.net. You go there and then you sign up to be a seller on district or just as a user. Once you become a user, you can go into the other hubs. So I belong to 3 different hubs in there. And that's all I want to belong to. I don't want to be in any others. I belong to a sports cards one, basically like a pop culture one, and then the reseller one. So the application is easy to get it to fill out to make a listing. Super easy.
You back again?
Everything is a drop-down menu. Super quick. I mean, like, it's the easiest platform to list on. It's easier than Macari. And it's.
But I think the question also was, does everybody make a different percentage, or everybody makes 1% down the whole line?
You mean You mean the sellers
Well,
or the buyers?
let's say
If
I
you're
have,
the queen bee, if you're the queen bee, is that what you want to know?
yeah.
Oh, you're a user, Susan. Okay, so if you're the queen bee and you open up your own district hub, it's basically what it is, and you bring in 25 people that sell under you. And then those 25 people start making X amount of dollars. It tiers by money made. The more they sell in number of quantity of items and the dollar amount, the more money you make at the top.
Okay, but is the percentage different or the percentage is always the same?
For the
Or
queen bee, the
yeah.
percentage changes by the level of sales you go to.
Okay.
So like Kevin opened Shop Commons about 40 days ago. Crazy Lamp Lady's been the #1 seller because she was the one who originated with District with her shop.
Yeah, but Kevin's not under her. Kevin has his own, right?
Yes, Shop Commons is his store. That's his
But,
name.
but what I'm saying is he did not sign up under her. No, God bless you.
He signed up under the other store that he's in, which is Dibdits, which is Carrie, Kevin, and Dave.
Right.
The 3 YouTubers that are front. From
We
there,
have a
Kevin
sale.
decided to take a different avenue and open up his own shop, which is resellers selling their dead inventory or unwanted inventory
James,
to
we have
other resellers. And it's working. He is now in like 45 days, #7 for the stores that have sold the most in all of District. They're selling like 25 to 50 items a day out of his thing.
Right. And here Pat says it all because it's so true about Kevin. Kevin set this up. He is about making money. He's looking to build this up and then sell to a larger company. He knows how to market. If he
Yeah.
can get sellers to do 5 million in the next 3 to 5 years.
Absolutely. Sure, he knows how to market.
But you have to sell down their
He has a
line.
platform to market.
But you have to sell down their line in their type of items, right? I can't just sell under somebody with clothes, right?
In Shop Commons, you could bring in a lot of 15 t-shirts
Oh, okay.
or 15 train magazines because it's resellers selling to resellers.
Okay.
If you want to go and sell in Dibdits, you have to have pop culture.
Right.
If you
right.
want to sell in Blockbuster mega cards, you got to have cards.
Got it.
So those are the ones I belong to. You could find glass, that's Crazy Lamp Lady, but there's also others that do vintage glass and such. But you could sell in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
So Rummage, you have to advertise it just like anything else. Like Pam was saying, when you're on Whatnot, tell people, hey, if
hit
anybody's
me up
interested,
on District. My
Yeah.
code's the same name. Make your code the same name. You do. You have to. Throw a card in every order you sell. Follow me on District. Here's your card. Here's your code. It's easy to move people.
Yeah, but
Even
Rummage, I can't believe you wouldn't have a following now with all the
James.
times you've been on Whatnot.
Rummage, she has a
Yeah.
following.
Yeah, she's
You
saying I
have
don't
to.
have a following.
Rummage, you sell on eBay. You sell on Poshmark. Make a
And
business
Whatnot.
card. Put it on there.
Look at Susan. I have 1,500 followers and I never sold on Whatnot.
See? Look.
Most people that go to us don't sell. So bring them over
But
there to
they
buy.
buy. You don't need a bunch of sellers. You need buyers too. You can have a bunch of sellers and you all sit there and look at each other.
And Rummage, you're friends with all of us here on YouTube. You know, go hit up Wendy, go hit up Susie,
Right,
go
yeah.
hit other people and tell them to sell under you. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, Rummage, if you open up a shop on there, I'll go join your store. Because whatever I would sell in your store, you would get. I don't want my own. I don't know enough people. I don't have enough time. My desire is not in that. reselling is a means for me. It's not a passion. I'll admit it right up front. It pays bills. That's what I'm about. My passion is that broken camera over there in the bag. That's me. That's who I am. This I do. I make sure I know the rules, the laws. I make sure I follow it all. I figure things out because I don't want to invest a lot of time, and I don't want to sit here and bang my head against the wall to do it. So I took time out when I first started selling on eBay to learn the platform, all the ins and outs. It is. Everything is about money, Rummage. That's where we live in life. It's all about money.
And the other enhancement for anybody, right, is if she gets you to sell on there and then you decide that you want to get somebody to sell under you, she gets that too. So she doesn't have to be the salesperson.
No, I could bring people and give my code, and they go to your store. I have a different code in each one of the stores I belong to. Oh, you can't see it. So I have a different shop code. So if you had a store, I gave my shop code out to somebody that wanted to buy pins, then I would give them that code. If they want to buy resale stuff, reseller lots, I'm going to give them my commons code. Pop culture, another one. You know, I never got into Whatnot, and I'm going to tell you why. And Pat's doing great over there. Donna did great over there. I love buying on Whatnot. It's an illness. That's why I don't go there too often anymore. And the reason why I didn't like it is I could list 35 to 50 eBay items in a shorter period of time than I could sitting there and doing all my listings on Whatnot.
Yeah. Well, you know what? At the end of the day, Rummage, yes, it's a shit ton of work, but
it is. But the other thing is, like, Pat has his source where he buys stuff. I don't. I live in the middle of bumfuck Egypt. I live just total rural. I have a grocery store, a gas station, a pharmacy, and a bunch of schools. There are no businesses here. I have to travel 20 miles to get to a thrift store. Nobody has garage sales around here. If they do, it's because it's an estate sale and the family wants everything out and they'll just throw it away because they want to sell the house for millions of dollars. That's where I live. There's nothing here. So it's really hard to thrift. I don't have the advantage. I can do online auctions, but then I'd have to drive to the other side of Connecticut or down into the Bronx to pick up the online items because there aren't any in Connecticut in my area. And I live on the New York border. So if I really wanted to go garage sailing, I could go over there about maybe 30 miles one way, and I'd probably hit, you know, a big area that has a bunch of them, like in Putnam or Pauling or those areas.
Right.
But that's a far mile to go. That's a far way to go. So that's why I like
Donna's still doing awesome over there. I mean, Donna, Mike saying it seems like Donna's still doing good on Whatnot. Well, and she has 20-something thousand followers. She has more than we had here on YouTube. Yeah. You know, I think I was at 5 when she hit 8. So, you know, but she just loved it. She picked it up, and here they go. You know, some people just do it. Brian's doing awesome over there too now, and Pat, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of people doing
well. You know why those 3 people that you just mentioned are doing well? They have the inventory.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do well. I had sports cards, that's my inventory, and I have comics. Look what I'm competing against at Whatnot. In comics and sports cards. I can't come up with, 50 pounds of jewelry. I'm not going to get it. It's just nowhere to be gotten.
Pat, what are you asking me? Post what link?
I think he wants to come on.
Oh,
Is that what he said? Post the link that he
no.
wants to come in.
All right. Hold
So
on.
that's why Brian has inventory, Pat has tons of inventory, and Donna has
Brian doesn't have any inventory, just about 2 or 3 million items. Shit.
just give me his YouTube money and I could retire from eBay.
I mean, so ridiculous. He's so crazy. And he's buying
When you have 500
constantly.
pounds of jewelry, see, you should sell. You got 1,500 followers and 500 pounds of jewelry. But you know, the one thing I did notice the last couple of times I went in there just to skulk around, I've noticed that the dollar price on items has drastically dropped.
Oh, really?
Oh, I was
I noticed
watching
that
what
too.
Donna was selling stuff for, and it was not what she has pulled in the past. Rummage, how are your dollar per item? Are they average or are they less? On whatnot?
Hi, Pat, honey.
Hi, Pat.
Hey, Mr.
How are you
Pat.
guys doing?
Good.
Hey, I wanted to come in because Sue said something, and it's you know how it is. I'd rather pick up the phone at what I could say in 5 minutes. It would take a half an hour to text and get across. So basically, one of the things that Sue mentioned, Sue said, "But Pat, I don't like to charge each item instead of combining before you send to people. You're not paying extra by doing that." Now imagine if Whatnot said, "Oh, we won't charge to the end," and then someone doesn't have enough credit on their card or enough money in their bank account. The only way that you could get around that to save on the sellers of the 30-cent charge, or actually save they take it from us. The 30 cents per item that we sell would be to go in. Let's say, for example, you set a budget. I want to spend $100 tonight. So it would be like at the gas pumps. It would pre-authorize your card for $100, and then when you hit that maximum on Whatnot, it wouldn't. It would say, "Okay, do you want to now up your limit for the show?" But you know, wait a minute. No, Pat. I mean, as a buyer, not as exactly though. Imagine it charges you once at a time, because you get people that come in there. And if there's two ways, there's a verified buyer, which if you don't, there's people that bid on stuff and then it says pending. They never pay their bill.
Yeah.
I have 15 totals from Whatnot on my bank, and that's just I think they just do that.
And a lot of people get fraud. June, I think you went through it, right?
Fraud from Whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was from Whatnot,
wanted-
but the thing I hate about Whatnot is the shipping. I mean, I can buy 4 items and I get charged $8 times 4.
Well, that means wait a minute.
that
means
That's $32 for one night in shipping.
yeah, that means the seller set it up wrong. You didn't pay
Yeah.
that online.
No, it should be progressive. Like once you reach that
Yeah.
835, like with Pat stuff, you have free for 5 pounds.
Yeah,
Then
you
you
have
charge
right.
again.
It's $8.77 per 5 pounds.
Yeah.
Now, if you get, for example, let's say you come on my show and you buy 6 items and it's 5 pounds, and let's say you get one more item, it'll charge you, let's say, $2.50, and then it goes into a ground advantage box.
Okay, I see.
But
Well, I was
anytime
charged $32 from another seller.
I'm sure
Yeah.
you were.
that's somebody that, like, some people, like, I'll give Brian
And
his,
set them in 4 different boxes.
Right.
well, it all depends what you're buying. I'll give you an example. When I did my Sunday show,
Itty bitty stuff.
if you bought shoes that were for 4 pounds, you paid $8.77 for every pair. Now, nobody can complain when I sell $50 or $75 shoes for $10.
Yeah. I mean,
Because
Right.
because even with shipping, if you paid $19, like Pam was in there from Mr. Buys a Lot. She got like 6 different pairs of shoes. It went in 4 boxes. The smaller ones I fit 2 in, but the big ones, it took that one box by itself. I can tell you, and this is like Junebug likes to buy candy from me. I would love to go to PayPal and say, Junebug, just send me the money. I can't compete with the shipping on Whatnot will only for her whole box of candy to Mississippi. They would charge me $8.77 on PayPal. That same box, if you go to the post office right now, a medium flat rate box is what, $14?
Yeah.
Right.
About
I'm
14.95.
not complaining because 99% of the time the stuff is much cheaper than what it would be if I went to auction and bought it. You know what I'm saying?
And like, I don't disagree with what Susan said. It's people that sell on here that don't understand how to set up the shipping to make it, more friendlier for the buyers.
I think they're not vetting their sellers properly. There's too many people that sell on that platform that are not sellers, that don't.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Putting glass mugs, and I'm not lying, poly bags, not even bubble mailers. I mean that's ridiculous. When they get a report, and then Whatnot doesn't want to refund the buyer either. They're real staunch on no refunds, no complaints. And then if a buyer gets a crappy item from a seller and they complain, and then they have a crappy item from another seller and they complain, Whatnot's like, we don't need you.
And everybody needs to understand, the seller does not make 1 cent from shipping. They don't get none of that money.
It's
Yeah,
not.
but that's Whatnot doing it, right?
Yeah, that's Whatnot doing it, because what happens is they went to the post office. This is what they did. They went to the post office, just like Pirate Ship. They said, I'm going to buy $60 million worth of postage from you, but I want you to give me $100 million worth of shipping. They're making a little bit of money on the people that, but they're also losing money on the people that are not doing things right. There are people sending 15-pound boxes and only paying $9.
I know.
And they're on that slip. When that post office scans that slip, it references Whatnot's account, and the post office is giving them hey, look, we're going to let you get away with so much, but after a while, just like all claims, I had somebody that sent me bent cards. I spent $25 for. I messaged him. He never messaged, because he knows
the seller won't take care of their
no, they don't, because Whatnot is going to, because they bought the shipping. So Whatnot gave me my $25 back. Now, what I do, my stuff is cheap, honestly. I mean, I sell $2, $3, $5. If someone bought a $30 item, I would, okay. But if someone buys, like, say, for example, they get 5 of these in my lot and it's $5. If one of them is broken, how much do I owe that person?
$1.
$1, exactly.
Right.
They bought. Now, I don't give a crap if it's worth $10. If they, because
Ooh, that's the stuff they told me to use.
this
Is
would
that
be,
CRB? Yes, it is.
if you buy, when you buy your licorice, I'll throw it in for free.
Yes, that's what they told me to use on my legs today, T.
I'll throw it in,
okay.
I'll throw it in your box for free.
Wow.
Yeah, right, Rummage. They don't.
But
Bad.
I would give $1, because you know what? Here's what would happen. Let's say I sell this for $5 and it's worth $100. People will damage it on purpose and say, "Okay, now give me $100. They made $95 off of it."
The other thing you could do, Pat, just an idea that it just came to me. Come into my next show and I'll throw you some extras.
No. What I do is I have shipped over 6,000 orders.
He always gives extra.
Any box I've ever gotten from Pat has extras.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying to the person that's complaining about the $1 item.
No. I have established that.
You're probably. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
They
there
don't
you
sell,
go. Yeah,
I give a credit.
yeah, there you go.
Do you
Because there's no way to
sell lots anymore, Pat? I mean, like mystery boxes. Mystery boxes.
You know what? I'm very picky. Look, I like to keep everyone happy, and it's not about just selling stuff to get money. So even when I did mystery boxes, I might say, look, I'm only going to do 10 because I wanted to make sure those 10 were filled with stuff. I'm not going to go, well, I can't fulfill 15, so let's put 15. No, I don't do that. I'm doing my annual toy drive again this year like I did last year. And 3 years ago when I did on YouTube, I would sell, for example, a $50 box and someone would get it from California. It cost me $35 in shipping.
Yeah, you got hammered.
Tell me about
Now on Whatnot, that same $50 box cost me $9 in shipping.
Yeah.
So,
That's the same gig that Poshmark has, up to 5 pounds.
Yeah,
Big.
I tell you, I'm talking about making a video.
20
If
years.
eBay wants to change, eBay should get the same
Wow, I
deal.
keep hearing.
Imagine any buyer being able to buy a 5-pound item for $9
eBay
anywhere
uses
in the United
Pitney
States.
Bowes.
It would
That's why.
change. It would change.
They can't. They have a contract with Pitney Bowes.
But they need to do better.
So where are you doing your drive? On your channel or
Yeah. Yeah.
on what?
On my whatnot. On my whatnot.
On your whatnot.
Yep.
Can you
I
text me
donated.
when
I
you do
donated
it?
over $3,000 worth of toys last November. Yeah. Yeah, Sue. I gave $5,000.
I want to be a part of that if you can let me know.
Yeah, I'll share it. I did something different this year because last year I lost money on shipping. I'll be honest. What I did this year, I reached out to some YouTubers and whatnot people, and the shirts that we'll have this year will be Santa, and it says a nice list, and the nice list is the sponsors. I have enough sponsors on that shirt right now. All the shirts I got now are free. So when I sell those for $10,
Nice.
all the money goes towards toys. I also have a sponsor toy. And then I'm going to be, if you go in my buy it now right now, you can see, like, you can, if you want to give $10 towards a toy, or it's going to be coming up, you'll be able to get a t-shirt and a toy for $25. We send you the t-shirt and we donate a toy. We've already spent, she's probably looking at my stuff. We already spent $1,000 on toys that we are looking to do $3,000 worth of toys. If you look on my YouTube, you can see last year where we did 4 different charities. We filled the bus, Toys for Tots, and now you got Pam sitting on my shoulders. I don't mind.
I think I'm going to have to leave.
Why?
I'm not going to be able to hear Pat. I'm going to have to go because I hear about every 2 words he says. I keep buffering.
Yeah,
So,
there's something
I guess
going
I'll-
on with you because you're breaking up too. You're kind of got a little
I can't hear.
yeah, you've got like some kind of delay or
Hearing it
something.
Yeah,
all.
she's got a little
And I'm
robotic.
missing what I want to hear.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, she's got
I'll have to make a private video.
all right, thank you, Rummage. All right, so Rummage dropped Pat's, hers, mine. You can follow me over there. I don't know other than a record show maybe coming up in the next
All
month.
right.
that I'll be doing.
What's that? Susan said, "Can I send toys to you for just a receipt where you send it using?"
KK, I'm sorry, I didn't see you back there, sweetheart.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. What does Sue mean? Can I send toys to you for just a receipt where you send it using PayPal?
Oh, she probably wants to just send you toys to donate. And would you give her like a tax receipt?
Oh yeah, I could send her. Yeah, like now if she bought the toys already, she can. That's covered under her cost of goods. So if she has a receipt, like let's say she went to Ollie's and bought $200, she
Right.
already has a receipt.
I think
It's-
that's what she's asking. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
when she does her inventory at the end of the year, she just doesn't count that because they're gone.
Pam, do you want to share your email on here? or do
Shani,
you want-
Shani, I have yours. I'll message you.
I
All right,
can't.
'cause I was going to say, if not, I can just send it to Shane.
Now, this is what to be cost efficient because of shipping, if someone was going to send me toys, I would tell them, send small things like Hot Wheels, Matchbox, action figures. If you're going to send a big box that's $25 that has 3 toys in it, that's not efficient. You'd be better off, instead of wasting $20 on shipping, come into my live and just donate $20 where I can donate 2 toys for that. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
at the $20, if you spend $20 in shipping, that's just wasted money to the post
You're
office.
wasting that money, of course.
I can efficiently take that $20 and get $50 worth of toys because I buy it by the pallet.
Right.
Yeah. So my goal this year is $3,000 worth of toys.
It's your new too.
KK, don't be rude.
That was me. I'm sorry.
Oh, my hand was shaking.
Oh, I thought she was waving to me like
Yeah.
like Magic Winking, but no one else was supposed to see that. All right, let's get a private room, KK. You're in Pittsburgh. I'm in Pennsylvania on the other side, but it's the safest room in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Now, Sue, I get it, but like anything, if I say you want to donate, if you got God rest her soul, the lady that used to be a mod for Brian,
Janine Ketchum.
Janine Ketchum bought cars from Brian twice in his auction, and she sent me like 50 cards. If you go on one of my videos, I did and Susan, is it Stricker or Strickler?
Yeah,
Stricker.
Stricker.
She donated back a $200 Barbie house that she won for me. We took that and sold and went and bought $600 worth of toys and those cars, and we had a Facebook marketplace meetup at Subway, and we had 15 kids come in, and we donated all those cars to the boys, and we donated toy Nerf guns to them, the cars, and then we donated big LOL things to the girls. So that was one of the things we also did.
Right.
Yeah.
Janine was always good about that. I talked about Janine last night because it was funny. I was going over Brian's Halloween. Remember when we all went down to Pennsylvania to Allentown to do Brian's first auction on the weekend for Halloween 3 years ago. And Janine was his mod then. And Tia, you're doing a marathon? Yes. I'm still going to do Black Friday. I still don't want to give up Black Friday. I still want to do a Black Friday auction. So yes, we will sign everybody up who wants to be a part of that. And anybody who wants to host it on their channel, Rummage, if you want to be one of the hosting channels, that would be great, because Wendy Wonder Woman has already asked me about it, and somebody else had asked me about it. So I definitely still want to do a Black Friday auction. Okay.
Yeah, I tell you, I do miss miss some of the YouTube family.
Yeah.
Donna went over to Whatnot, and she's killing it. She sold 50,000 items in a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I think she's
Striker. Hi, my friend.
Hey, how are you?
Her frustration on some of YouTube, and she saw the money that was on Whatnot. She jumped. Yeah. And remember, she didn't want to.
I know. Courtney and I talked her into it, and it was the sorriest day. But Courtney's over there now too, killing it. So
you know why a lot of people like it that we're on YouTube, because you get paid instantly. Unfortunately, when you started out on YouTube, it was like, hey, we want to help you guys. We'll bill you once a week. And then some people got in over their head on the buying. And then, I can't pay you this week. Oh, maybe next week. And you just can't do that. Like, you can give.
Well, not only that, you brought up a great point in the beginning. And I think the only one who stuck to that was when the Treasure Hustlers or somebody was doing auctions. They were charging like a flat $5 shipping charge.
Oh, yeah.
The very beginning, which you suggested we did. And then because we had started with the free shipping, then we just decided to up our base amounts. But I get it. We should have probably done things a little bit different, but it is what it is. Shipping's going to go up again for fourth quarter. So anybody?
No, it's going up this month and then again.
Yeah.
Again. I sold on YouTube about 6-7 weeks ago. It's about to get real. Or was it? I was on there. Somebody invited me on their channel for one night, and I went over there for like a half an hour, and I sold like $250. Oh, they did Christmas in July. That's what it was. And I sold $250 worth of stuff, and everybody paid me. And I honestly, when I sold on YouTube, now I only did it 6 or 8 times a year. I never had no problems with anybody paying me, because I was clear cut the way I did it. I'm a guest. I was coming on. I always would make sure. I mean, if I would sell stuff and give it to the host, I would, super chat, I super chatted Donna, I super chatted T. So I was always appreciative of coming on and being part of it. But there are some people that just will not come over to Whatnot. And those are customers that we're missing out on, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. Like, I can't sell this on Whatnot, right? This is First Aid Cream. I sold 3 of these in July. For $5, like this. 3 of these for $5. In the store, these are normally $8 a piece. I can't sell these on Whatnot, but guess what? In YouTube in July, I sold a bunch of these.
Right.
Yeah.
And, go ahead, KK.
I was going to say, put me down for the Christmas boxes. You know me. The mystery Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I'll create something that will be limited, and But you don't buy on Whatnot. Oh, you see, you're different though. Here's the and I don't mean different like.
Y'all, I know I am.
I bet you live in Pennsylvania, so for
Mhm.
me to ship to you, I don't get kicked in the ass.
Yeah.
I live a state away from you, so it shouldn't cost any more.
Yeah,
than
it's the people of Florida, Texas, California. Like I remember like when COVID money was out, people would pay me $100 for a box, and I could sell a big and like, oh no, I remember the first year I sold like remember I did the gold and the silver box.
Yeah.
I sold like 30 boxes, and then when the COVID money dried up, I went down to 50, and I was losing money because the $35 shipping to it was just crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
Pat,
you even gave me a invoice,
I got
young
that.
lady above me.
Yes, I know. I got the box ready though, Keiko. I have it ready. I'm going to show you. It's almost finished packing.
Hey, Jen, do you remember when COVID was? I bought a Gaylord of DVDs. I was able to sell a full box
Oh my God.
for
But
25
you got,
bucks.
I
shipped.
told you I had some things like this. I'm actually
Oh.
sending you a scarf, KK, because I know you like scarves. And then there's
Yeah.
a bunch of clothes in here, a pocketbook, and some other stuff. All right.
Oh my God. They'll be so happy. My neighbor.
But
I
you
had
know
a
what,
five-
KK? You know why I've been holding off? You bought 2 books for me. I think for your sister. I can't find them. I don't know
That's
what
okay.
happened.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. My next door neighbor, her and her husband lost everything in their house and lost the house and everything. So they're renting like 2 doors down from me,
All this stuff
and
is
they have nothing.
in here.
And you know me, I buy anything and everything. Well, I've been taking things over and that. So that's why I wanted to get some clothes for the kids and that. And I'm even looking and buying some toys for the little ones.
How old are
Hey,
they?
I don't mean to interrupt, KK. I don't want to forget, but Pam, you like cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other day I did a $5.89 flare.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, my son won the TV that we were doing our Sunday giveaway. We gave away $500, so he donated the TV back. So I said, okay, I'll do. So I did a special show the other day. If they bought a pack of cards or donated $5 to we gave away a TV.
Nice.
One guy I know comes in, donates $5. I said, oh, you're not going to get any cards. Sometimes you like cards. He buys one and he gets the Billy Ripken FF Air card.
Are you kidding me?
No, and I'm hand delivering it to him tomorrow because he's setting up at a card show. If that comes in at 10, it's a $550 card.
Hard. Yeah, I was gonna say $500, easy.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. I go live tonight at 10. I'm just sitting there doing cards, and I have somebody tonight that came in and bought $20 worth of candy from me. Now, do I make a lot off that $20 worth of candy? I make $6, but it pays for the it helps pay towards the giveaways.
Did you mention food?
Yeah. You
They
don't
let
buy-
you sell candy?
Duh.
Well, I know somebody was selling baked goods on there. I was like, how far will they let this go? And then there was this woman. Originally, when it first started, I got really agitated. I don't know if anybody knows I'm a graphic designer. So when somebody's sitting there selling graphic design on Whatnot during an auction, and she's going on Google and taking other people's work and changing the name and selling it for like $30 or $50. This is so Wild West for me. I can't relate.
Well, let me tell you, you can't. I'm not. And look, I mind my own business, and I'm not going to mention anybody's name. I mean, I don't like the fact that I sold first aid cream and somebody reported me. I was like, wow, I didn't even know. I wasn't trying to break the rules, but I've seen people sell homemade candy. You can't do that.
I've seen baked goods.
You can't.
Cupcakes.
You need a commercial kitchen. You need to be inspected by the state.
Yeah.
You need to have a food. Trust me, I know. I had a restaurant, and I know how all the
I was
laws-
raised in the restaurant business. I'm right where you are. I know. I was like, she was taking orders, cupcakes, pistachio nuts.
Do you know that South Carolina has the least restrictive amount of, like, they have something called a
lawlessness? You moved to lawlessness.
No, they have like a cottage kitchen. Like, they don't even really come and inspect your kitchen. And you can make and sell baked goods as long as there's nothing, I don't know. There's just like so crazy rules.
I would never buy baked goods from anybody. I don't buy them in person. They'd be kissing their dog and petting the dog and making the cupcakes. Get the hell out of here.
That's the one thing they tell you. You can't have animals in the kitchen.
Well, yeah, but who's going to be there policing it? Oh,
Right.
I mean, how many landlords say you
My
can't have
dog
a
is
cat?
in the kitchen, but then she goes in the kitchen and then she comes out of the kitchen.
Yeah, how many landlords say you can't have a cat, and then you go over there, oh, we don't have no cats. Oh, my brother dropped them off because he wanted to go to the movies, and the cat can't stay at home by himself. Yeah, bullshit. You drive by next week, there's 3 cats in there, and they're in there playing poker.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if I go in the kitchen right now and make blueberry muffins, my dog will sit outside. We'll put a gate there so she can't get in, and she'll start singing like a wolf for blueberry muffins. But she'd go in there and attack the food if I let her in the kitchen.
All kinds of candy. KK. The problem is, guys, I could sell you almost whatever you want. The part I have a problem with, and I have this problem with Junebug, it's hard for me to ask friends, knowing that I'm going to sell you something and make money, that if you got in your car and drove 8 miles, you could get it for a little cheaper. Now, you're going to spend on gas, but I have a hard time with that sometimes.
Not with me. I like to buy. If you don't sell me something, I get mad at you. I just want to let you know. I will get furious.
Well, here's my email.
No, I don't want to know your email anymore.
No, okay.
It's funny.
I moved too, so I'll have to give you my new address.
Yeah, because I have your but that is a problem. Is that like I'll make boxes up for Saxton, or I'm sorry, Junebug, and I give her a discount because she gets quantity, but I also throw in some extra stuff off my pallets that I get cheaper because I respect the fact that she does buy from me often, but it's tough because I know that, like, well, if she took the time and drove a half an hour, she would save $6. I mean, I get it. Business is when we had the restaurant, like we had regulars that would come every day. Once in a while, we'd be like, no charge for your coffee today. We would do stuff like if you bought a certain amount, we had punch cards and we'd give out free meals and stuff like that. You're trying to give back to your customers and stuff, but I'm not going to reach out to KK or Pam and say, hey, come and buy $20 worth of candy from me so I can make $4, $5 from you. I don't know, it just doesn't feel, it's like I'm not that type of person,
Well, did I show you my angel I made?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You did the other night with the little mesh, with the brown mesh. We talked about brown mesh, remember?
Oh, that's right. See? Isn't it cute? It looks like
That's tulle.
Oh, that looks like you.
T, that's tulle.
I'm an angel.
It's not mesh, it's tulle.
The problem I have,
it
Junebug, the problem I have this year,
Junebug.
it's getting harder and harder to find stuff to resell to other resellers. Pallets that used to go for 500 are 800 because there's not as many.
Yeah, the inventory is at a hard grasp.
It's not easy no more. Stuff that I'm selling now, people don't realize I bought that 6-9 months ago. I mean, how did Pat D's get Halloween stuff now? He bought it when they had it left over from last year.
Well,
I sat on it for 9 months.
Yeah.
I one year bought a whole pallet of Christmas lights, right?
I remember
for
that.
$450. I sold all them on eBay last year for over $4,000. Do you think I wanted Christmas lights this year? Yeah. Could I find them? No. If you do find them, you're gonna pay that $400.
Super expensive this year.
Yeah, you're gonna maybe make, if you're lucky, make $1. Now you can find some stuff if you have a store like a liquidation store, because the difference, you got to remember, when I buy a $500 pallet, in my mind, I got to say, oh shit, this is going to cost the buyers $500. So that means I can't get as much. When a person buys a pallet that can sell it in a store and sometimes get cash and there's no shipping, they can sell it cheaper.
Right. Right, because a lot of those stores will get those Christmas lights and not have to ship them out.
Right.
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 They're supposed to be super expensive this year because apparently light bulbs went through the roof.
Oh, really?
The ones that I have 2 cases left. You cannot find anymore. Now I'm gonna give this. You pull this up. I'm gonna give this to Junebug for free. So
Yeah, that's like $11 or $12 at the store.
I just looked it up. It's $12.95 at Walmart, which is the cheapest.
Cheapest.
It's $15 on Amazon.
No, you're right, Jenny. Nobody's listing. I haven't listed a thing all night.
I did 10 cards.
I listed licorice, and I sold licorice and donated to Junebug.
I did 10 cards and I listed my drafts I did earlier this morning.
Isn't this a Friday night hangout, KK?
I do want to be put on the Black Friday. I'll sell on my channel.
Hey, Wonder Woman, what's up? Hey, KK, do you need any saline laxative?
No, honey. No, really never need that stuff. Ever.
Good deal, 75 cents.
Stuff's not allowed in my house.
Sorry. Really you just unless I could put it in to use it in artwork.
I listed. What is JR's name?
Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny. I did 10 drafts for tomorrow morning and I listed 10 cards while I was here talking. So that's 20 total. I'm done with them. All I have to do is photograph these cards here. I got those drafts done. And the ones I photographed this morning, I listed while I was here.
Oh, these,
they were already done.
Look at these things. I can't sell these on Whatnot.
No.
And yet these
it's the diphenhydramine. They won't let you sell.
These expire 2024. These are $8 a box. I sold these in July to some people for $5 for all 3. I'm gonna have to wind up throwing some stuff away because of it.
Can you sell those on Amazon or no? Are you gated in healthcare?
No, this is just not an item that is listed. Or sometimes what happens is there's restrictions on certain things. It's weird.
Oh, yeah, because it's a Dollar General product, probably.
Yeah,
Diphenhydramine probably.
But yeah.
Pat, you could go and take a box of different things like that you're not allowed to sell on any of the platform. Go and make them as those boxes you always do, the mystery boxes.
Yeah. I've done
Pat,
that.
if you want to sell me what you're holding and that triple antibiotic cream, if you have enough to send me, I will buy that and some other stuff from you if you want to put a box together for me, because my husband has 2 knees that are pussing right now that I've been putting bacitracin all over.
All right. Well, this is November. So what you could do is you go on my Whatnot and buy a thing of licorice for $5 and I'll hook you up.
All right.
And the reason I tell you that is because of the shipping.
Okay.
And so I'll give you all that for $5.
Okay.
And that is 24. That's $35 worth of stuff. So with shipping and $5, you're only gonna pay.
I'm only going to use it for personal use. You know.
But you bought candy from me, so that's your. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
And people think there's another thing you don't know. Even if I'm not live, you can go on a show that's listed on Wednesday and go in to buy it now, and you just buy it. I get a notification. Okay, you sold something and you ship it. It doesn't have to be. Yeah. People think, oh, you weren't live.
I didn't know that.
No, you can. There's a shop. I haven't been on Whatnot to sell it. I don't know how long, and I sold 2 items last week out of my shop that I shared from my Poshmark closet. I was like,
I'm not even looking to make. It's. Some things I don't even care. Like, I'm not looking to make money. Why throw it away?
You just don't want to throw it away. I get it. Of
course. And this is good forever. The cold and flu expire in the winter this year. But
you know what? Robbie has been popping Mucinex, like it's candy, because he cannot get rid of this bronchial nonsense. And my father was sick a couple of weeks ago, so somebody's always got something going on.
I
That
take Tylenol
Are
cold.
you, are
too.
you
Yeah,
using
that's true,
the breathers, the steam breathers for them?
Nebulizer.
oh no.
I take
Uh,
Tylenol
there's
for the flu almost.
Yeah, there's a steam breather one. I sent it to my girlfriend and who has bad sinuses and that, and it breaks it down, and it you won't have to use as much medicine. And there's you can put like lavender in it and stuff like that for the breathing.
I
Right.
put Vicks in a neti pot when I get really congested. I've got
Yeah.
really bad sinuses.
Yep.
Yes, Susan, you can. You don't have to go live. You could just have a store on Whatnot. You don't
Yep.
have to sell
Yeah,
live.
right, Susan. You can share it. You can do it individually, and if you have
Yeah,
a pot,
I sold
There's a way
$35
to
of
share it.
stuff the last 2 days without being live.
I did 2 last week, and I haven't sold on Whatnot in 6 months.
Yeah. Now you just got to keep track of your inventory because
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Susan, do you have a Poshmark store?
If you have Poshmark, Susan, you
It'll
can
share.
share directly to
Just
it.
go right into your Whatnot account, into the my shop, and it'll say sync your Poshmark account, and it'll take all your items right off Posh, images and everything. Boom. It'll be done in like 10 minutes.
T, when are you doing the Black Friday?
Uh,
Saturday.
Black Friday.
on Black Friday.
I got her that time. Oh, pat these. You got her.
I'm sorry, what date did you say?
Yes.
I don't know what the date is. It's Black Friday. It's the Friday after Thanksgiving.
Probably the 27th, right?
Yeah, but Susan, you can't use List Perfectly. It
The
doesn't
29th.
have the Whatnot app. So
No,
the
you
only
gotta
way
use
to share
Whatnot.
your items would be from Poshmark to make it easiest. That's the only way to get them on there right now is through Poshmark. List Perfectly doesn't do it. Vendu is developing it in their app now.
Yeah, but Susan, if you use List Perfectly to put everything on your Poshmark
Yes,
store,
go
then you
into
can
your
go into
Whatnot.
Poshmark
Right.
and move everything over to
Right.
Whatnot.
Yeah, she's got that now. So what do? You go onto your Whatnot, you go to My Shop up at the top, and it'll say link your Poshmark closet, and then you authorize it to do it, and it'll bring in all your Poshmark listings. There you go.
November 29th.
Okay.
Okay.
I said that.
Sorry, I don't pay attention to you too much because you're from PA, but you're on the other side. I don't know those people over there. They're weird over
You're talking
there.
to, I'm in Connecticut. You talking to Pat?
Pat.
She better not be talking to me.
Talking to Pat?
She better
So,
not be talking.
so Galen's saying Vendu cross posts to Whatnot now.
Right. I said Vendu was working on it, so they must have done it.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's the 29th? That's Native American.
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Black Friday, November 29th.
Native American Thanksgiving. Are we going to have pumpkin pie and play with
Well, we could. I
the
mean,
Cowboys and Indians? I
Oh,
don't know.
hey, real quick, because I only got like 20 minutes before I go live. But the thing is, going back talking about the Kevin situation. Kevin, look, Kevin made like 50,000 as a school teacher. He's been very successful on doing YouTube. He
Yeah.
was able to leverage that to build up his reselling. He created 2 channels. He's making good money. And now he looks at it and say, wait a minute, there's an opportunity here. If he creates something where he, in the next 3 to 5 years, there's like $5 million, $10 million, he goes to one of these companies like a Whatnot and says, hey, you want to like a sub of your, and they're, all these companies are looking for growth. Don't be surprised. I mean, he walks away with $1 million. I mean, he knows he's smart when it comes to marketing.
Builds a second shot.
I mean, he'll put something on like bubble wrap and all that stuff, and people buy. I mean, how many people
Look at
like
his trailer.
Crazy Lamp Lady? And then this is the only thing that bothers me. And this is going to sound a little bit jealous. I'm not going to lie. You'll see Crazy Lamp Lady. You'll see Kevin. They're making $250,000 a year already. They'll go on with, okay, I got my coffee here. I got my coffee. It's $12. and people sold out of coffee. They spend $1,000 on coffee. I try to go on and sell coffee at $6, and it's like there's crickets in the background.
Pass.
Yeah. And yet, the same people, sometimes your friends that are supporting them are buying. Oh, because I gotta support Kevin, but poor Pat D's can't get in there and sell $6 worth of coffee.
I don't buy anybody's coffee but Pete's.
You know, but
It's not my business.
and I'm not singling anybody. I'm giving that as an example.
I know. I'm just.
Pat doesn't even drink coffee. So.
Oh,
I don't drink coffee.
I don't sell Pat D's coffee, but I have bought in cases of coffee where to the point where I did sell coffee on my show, and I made like $1 because I was able to buy it. But I'm talking about these people are basically, they call it
Branding. They're branding it. Yeah.
and they're branding their own. And to be honest, you could get the same damn coffee for $4 in the store cheaper if you just. But they're using their leverage,
I'm a coffee.
and you know, it's sort of like I always use the analogy, like you get Michael Jackson up on stage, he could sell 100,000 T-shirts and 50,000, and you could have some guy at a local bar and can't get $5 a head to go in, and sometimes I think
They were buying talent, though. There's a big difference here. They were buying his talent. This is a bit different. This is a
The
type. I have
name.
to interrupt you. I gotta say something here. This is a subculture that's gotten really crazy with what people are spending money buying. Stuffed enemas. Come on.
Oh, I know exactly.
But-
What the Hales is now live on Whatnot,
Okay.
and they're selling a Matchbox car or a car, Johnny Like It, for $18 when you could go on eBay and buy the same damn thing for $9.
Pat, I thought we had a deal here. We don't discuss that scumbag here.
That main person.
But here's what I'm saying. He found a niche, and that's the thing. But the niches are
It's not the niche. It's about leveraging your base. That people.
I understand that, but he had to niche first.
Who? What the
found
hell?
his niche, and then he leveraged himself, which is the right thing to do when you have social marketing available to you.
Yeah, it's just a shame. This is what I'm saying, and I'm using an example of What the Hell's. It's a shame.
I'm gonna have to cut this whole.
It's a
section
shame
out.
that you're using your name, your celebrity, and we're all guilty of it.
I don't do anything with those people. I don't know who they
No,
are.
but I'm giving that as an example. I mean, there's-
Ansel Adams is a celebrity to me. So
I mean, they'll go and use their hard-earned bucks to give 2 or 3 times more. And yet there's someone in your neighborhood that you could probably support.
I've seen that several times. I will say this though, and
Is Junebug in the back?
No, she left.
in the
because-
chat.
No, she has in the private chat.
It says read back chat. I'm gonna say this though. Okay.
Yeah, nobody can see you, Junebug.
When he sells on different stuff though, he starts his items at $1. He doesn't have to start them high, which is your reference to these other people. However, though, there are sellers out there that are not sellers and are in the resale space that should not be.
Sorry,
There's a
June. I didn't
difference,
know you
though.
were back.
I was looking out for you.
He deserves to be in the reseller space because he's a good
I have
seller.
been back here the whole time.
But I'm going to just give you an example of one
The
person
whole time, listening to Pat.
all through COVID hid golf balls into a bucket in a frying pan. So I'm sure we all know who we're talking about. He is not a reseller. I don't care what anybody says. He's not a reseller. You can watch any video, he overpays and he can't get out. And there's so many resellers that do that. And the only saving grace that they have is their clientele. I'm not mentioning any names.
I know you're talking about.
Is their clientele is going to rescue them. And you and I can't go out and make those bad buys and overpay for things.
Right. Yeah.
We will lose our asses.
This is, and I'm not. Look, again, it comes across a little bit as jealousy. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to. Even if I was at that level, I don't want. How many times? Okay, how many times did I used to come on YouTube and I would stop the chat in YouTube, and I say, no, don't bid anymore. I got 7 of them. You 7 could have it for $10. Do you ever see that on those shows? No, they don't give a shit. If I have something that I know is worth 5 and it goes to 8, okay, I'm not going to let it go to 25 just so I can milk people that watch me.
Yeah, but you know what? We're a whole different animal here. Listen, let me tell you something. It's like when I was trying to sell my auctions for you t-shirts on my channel, right? June and Pam can both tell you because Pam did the design and June did the pressing of the shirts. Now I know how
Not the
much
black and gold ones. June
that's
did all
true.
of that. I did. No, I didn't have anything.
That's true, not the black and gold ones. Okay. But regardless, all I'm saying is all this work and time from friends of mine that I only got, I don't know, what was I selling those shirts for? Maybe $20. And June can tell you what I had into them. Meanwhile, there's people over there selling shirts for like $40 and $50. And I'm like, I'm trying not to scorch my people. I just want, I want to get back our cost and maybe just, pay June for her time or, Pam for a design or whatever it is.
They have to pay the designer. They have to subcontract it out, where in this case, June was your printer. So you did have an advantage, and she was your designer in that one.
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but meanwhile, these people can get double that and sell 4,000 shirts to maybe I sold 40.
Yes, they can. But I would tell you that if I didn't do my own artwork and I wanted to put it on t-shirts, it would cost about $20-some a shirt, just at cost for one, unless you were buying them by the 100.
Right. Yeah, like when I do my shirts, I'm buying 130, 140 at a time.
You have
Lindsay, is that Lindsay Dion?
Yeah,
no,
Lindsay.
Yeah, you can sell intangible. You can sell stickers. So what they're doing is they're going to sell. Whatnot allow. They even now have. I have one. You can, if you want to. In other words, you can come into a show now. I charge if you want to come to my show and you want to call Bless the Chat. You can bless the chat and you advertise and Whatnot gets and you get a gift card. And I know a seller right now that. He'll make $50 off that every time. I do it to make $3.
A bottle of ketchup?
Yeah, I know who she's talking about.
There.
I know a big name seller that's not going to be a seller for too long.
We're on Whatnot? The same seller that isn't a seller on eBay anymore? Is that the guy?
But they've already lost 18,000 people in the past month.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, Susan, that's so funny.
Might end up behind bars before too long.
I don't understand.
That is.
Pat, I don't understand what Lindsay's saying, though. So they're selling $20
donation for a bottle of ketchup on one guy.
Getting $50 a t-shirt.
Yeah, because all they have to
a real bottle like of Heinz, or is it ketchup they're making and it's
No. What they're saying is they're talking about the guy I mentioned. All they do is send a thank you card. Thanks for supporting. We're gonna buy so and so this ketchup. It's a backdoor super chat in a way, but Whatnot doesn't care because Whatnot makes 10% off of it.
So when you get a tip, isn't the tip all yours, or are they making
it? Is yeah. But people are weird. They will buy something. They would rather buy something to get a sticker than give a $5 tip. It's weird how people's philosophy or like psych is sometimes.
Yeah, they want something for their money.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I always used to say, I mean, it sounds silly, and not that anybody even super chats anymore, but like when we were getting super chats and things like that, I would prefer somebody buy me a coffee because I have that app, Buy Me a Coffee.
Right.
Because it's so much less money that gets.
Yeah, Google takes 30-35%, and you got to wait until you compile $100.
Right.
If you come over to my show and tip me a $1 on Whatnot, I get that $1 that night.
Right. And, that's what, Christopher Chatworth, I love him to death. But the last time he sent me a super chat, he sent me $100 super chat. I don't get $30 of that. That goes right into Google's pocket.
And
That's why
You
people
have
are
to
doing away
wait.
with super chats and stuff. They're going to Cash App and Venmo because there's
Yeah.
nothing taken out of it. There's
Right.
a
Yeah.
lot of people
A lot of
stopping
people are using Cash App and Venmo
Cash App.
on
on PayPal and whatever.
Well, somebody said on Brian's
Me too.
tonight, Pat, and I don't know if it's true, but Whatnot's going to take Cash App now.
Oh, I don't know.
That's what somebody said. I don't remember who it was.
eBay takes Venmo.
Whatnot mostly does
Do they? Do they take Venmo?
PayPal. I know that.
Whatnot takes Venmo?
I take Venmo in the ice cream truck, but there's still a percentage out of Venmo because I have a
I didn't
business
use Venmo.
account.
I told you about how they tried to scam my
yes.
bank account for $2,200 on a Sunday night at dinner time. I'm outside grilling and I get his phone call. Guy gives me a code. He's like, "Oh yeah, this, that. We're going to deposit this money," and then they give a name of a lady that lives in the town next to me, and it was really shady. And it was right after Bank of America installed the Venmo payout within the account system.
But the thing is, when somebody calls you on the phone, you
I
don't
wasn't talking to him. I knew.
you don't owe them nothing. The biggest scam, here's the biggest scam that people do. They'll say, "Hey, Pat D's, we mistakenly deposited $400 in your account. We wanted that candy. We only want $200 worth. Can you Venmo me back the other $200?"
Right, exactly.
And the person goes, "Sure." And then 4 days later, that initial $400 is a scam, and you're out $200, and you're shit. I don't owe anybody that calls me on the phone. I don't know them. I don't care. I don't care if they say they're from. I'm from PayPal. Yeah, good. I'm from Hamlin. Good for you.
Right.
Screw all. I don't do shit. But there's a lot of people that are just,
Oh, I know it.
oh my God,
It's funny now because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but like Walmart, Target, all the stores now have a big sign by their gift cards because a lot of the scam with the elderly people especially was they were sending them to those stores to put it on a gift card so they could read back the code to send them back the money.
Did you see the ladies at the church in South Carolina that buy the gift cards for the kids at the holidays and families? And they were buying each family $1,000 gift card. They got swindled for $20,000. And it was an inside job. And what they did
I
is
think you told me. I think we told
they
you
had
about
the
it.
numbers already from the cards. And then they
Yep.
said, while they're buying the cards and they had the code,
The employees.
the employees at another store ringing out all of these electronics. The
Yeah.
cards were already used by the.
you know how you avoid that, Pam?
You don't buy them.
No, you buy the cards that have the foil over the code that
The women didn't know, and what happened
so
was
you have to scratch off like a lottery ticket. There's a pin code.
absolutely, but these church women didn't know it, and what happened was somehow somebody high up in Walmart knew the procession of the numbers. It was an inside job.
Because when they comes in for them that they're putting it out, because I was a cracker, we get a code of anything and everything that came in. And you got, because each card, what?
It's inventory stuff.
Yeah. I was a cracker. That's what I was called.
It's a packer, not a cracker, honey.
Yeah, a cracker. Isn't a cracker like a white drug?
But anyways, yeah, we had to match them up too. And you know what the worst thing was? Is someone would come by and they'd start talking to you and say numbers, and you had to memorize all these numbers. And I know you can make fun of me. I don't care.
I'm
But,
not making
yeah.
fun of you. I'm just laughing
I
at
just think it's funny that you're calling yourself a cracker.
and you don't even live in the South.
Huh?
I said you're
What you
calling
talking
yourself a
about?
cracker. You don't even live in the South.
No.
Is this the Friday relisting
I
comedy show?
do.
God. Oh, that hurt my shoulder. I laughed
I
so
live in
hard.
the South.
I know you do, but
I
you're
live
not
in
calling
Hurricane Alley
yourself
right
a
now.
cracker.
All right, hey guys, I gotta leave because in like 8 minutes I start my show.
That's right. I got to
Good
go
luck.
Yeah, I'm
to
just doing
Whatnot in
cards.
8 minutes.
Yeah, just sitting there doing.
Pat, get in touch with me for the holiday stuff.
All right. Yep. And again,
We got to close this down.
Yeah, we're gonna close it
Time to go to
down.
Whatnot in 8
I need a
minutes.
cigarette.
Well, but Junebug,
Me too.
it's only
I don't
cards.
smoke. I
It's
smoke
it's
vape.
it's
You
not
have
a
a
big
vape?
show. It's
I
only
smoke
cards.
tobacco.
There's candy in the buy it now. You
It's
know,
what?
yeah. But Sue, if you could always come by, just check it out, and there's stuff in the buy it now if you like. We got
Yeah,
towels in
Susan,
here.
I'm afraid of Venmo.
We got lady shavers. You need
Oh, you're
shave?
doing cards tonight?
Yeah. hmm But we have candy in the buy it
Whatnot.
now, Junebug.
I'm not worried about
Put your
candy anymore.
Whatnot
You know what,
in
Susan?
the
They had
back.
actually
All right,
spoofed.
yeah.
I got enough
Bank of
licorice
America.
to kill a
Call
horse.
came into
I
my
went and bought
phone.
10 bags today
Bank of
at
America, their
Walmart.
number.
Okay.
I actually went online and reported it that their phone number was being spoofed.
Rummage, drop if you're still here. Drop Pat's link.
I
if
got
you-
it. Hold on.
You got it, Pat. All right.
I had to go into Whatnot again, so I could pin tonight's actual show.
Did anybody that we know win any of Brian's Visa gift cards tonight, Pat?
Nah, he gave $1,000 with this stuff
I know.
out. You know,
Thank you.
no problem.
All right.
Okay.
Pat, I'm gonna buy the liquor wish, but you're gonna know what I want, right?
Yep.
All right.
All right, honey. Thank you. Hey, nice. Hey,
Right.
Pam, I haven't seen you or
Well,
talked to
the
you in a long
red
time.
hot
It
is
was nice
I,
to
hot.
meet
haven't been around much, Pat. It's my busy season for photography. As soon as November rolls around and it's cold, I'm in.
Yeah.
Don't go out in the winter. I hate
you.
it.
I get you. All right, guys.
All
See
right,
ya.
Pat. Good luck
Yeah.
tonight, honey.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Bye bye.
With love and
Bye.
respect.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap
Did
it
you list
up.
anything, T?
I didn't. It's
Just-
all right.
She listened to everybody talking.
How is his show listed? It's probably for tonight. It's probably listed as sports cards. But there it is. Thank you. Good night, KK. Sorry, I missed KK.
You were in the tomato garden?
All right, no problem. What is Brian's? Oh, Brian's is Mr. Buys a lot. He
love it
gave
when she
away
says
$1,000 tonight because he just hit 10,000
Did he
followers.
really on a gift card? Nice. I wish I would have known. I would have gone in.
No, not on a
wonder
gift
who
card.
won
I think he gave 20 or
Several.
30
Oh,
gift
nice.
cards away, and it was a mystery so that he just picked, if he picked your name, he would mix up the envelopes, grab the envelope, and then just open the gift card in front of you to show you won 20, 25, 50, or 100. I think those were the four things he did. I entered a couple of times on my way home from the ice cream truck because I had to get home to Emmett and I couldn't be there for the whole
Yeah.
show because he went live
That's
at like
classy to do it that way. That was
Yeah.
nice.
yeah,
was
he
good.
did a good job. But you know what? Brian has followers because he's got good stuff. I mean,
What is
You
he
know-
selling now? Is he still in the clothes?
no, now, well, he still does. Pam, I don't know if you guys know, and I don't even know if he made the announcement, but I'll tell you because I'm sure that it's out there already. Pam retired basically from Brian. She's done. She's
Oh, I figured that was going to happen.
yeah, she's got her own thing. First of all, she's got her own YouTube selling gig going now. Her and Kim, it's about to get real, go live a lot. They do a lot of selling events, and she also is working with her husband. Her husband, I think it's her father-in-law, somebody owns storage units because I had one in Pennsylvania by Brian for a while. He did announce it a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I didn't think I was telling stories. Yes, buys a lot, Susan. So Pam's no longer there. So Kim's been stepping up to the plate. That's Brian's wife. And she's been doing the close at night, like either the 6 or the 8 o'clock spot. I'm not really sure. But Brian's been doing like posters and Star Wars. Actually, no, I think it's Donna tonight who was doing Star Wars. But like Brian has so much stuff.
Yeah.
He could do a week and be on every day and just sell comics and
never be out.
and still have boxes and boxes of comics.
Yeah.
And he did put it out there that if anybody is interested in his eBay inventory, I think he's selling it for like 10 cents on a dollar now. Like, I mean, like crazy numbers. Like he just wants to sell his eBay inventory. It's all ephemera. I wish I could afford it. It's probably retail worth about $1 million. And he wants honestly, I think he was originally at 100 and I think he dropped it to 40. So if you had $40,000 laying around to invest in ephemera,
It is.
Oh, I don't do ephemera.
I don't.
know.
I don't honestly know that I would invest a lot of money for any eBay business right now.
no. And it's
I
not
don't
for
do
his
ephemera.
business, it's for his ephemera. But yeah, again, that's what I want to go to. But number one, I don't have $40,000. But number two is I've been very hesitant. I haven't bought in over almost 2 years.
I'm very
Yeah.
selective.
I know, and I'm feeling it.
I just had this junk in the trunk thing, and I bought stuff there because it was so cheap. I mean, cheap. And that was like the best I've picked in years.
Right.
I wanted to tell you though about the Goldens. You know Goldens auction?
No.
Yeah, you know they sell the Highline sports cards and the Highline comic books.
Oh, yes. Okay.
They're doing grading now. It's $4.
Oh.
$4 a card. $10
4?
a comic book.
Wow.
So I have some cards I think I'm going to send there for $4 a card.
Wow. Okay.
I
Yes,
mean,
I got a big box from
times
him.
my
Don't
money
you
is-
have some tea
Yeah.
that need grading?
Yeah.
thought
Well,
you did.
I just showed you a couple. I don't even know if
Yeah.
we'll see.
I've been buffering all night. It's terrible. Ever
sorry.
since Pat came on. Now I'm not buffering. When
Sometimes-
Pat came on, it's when I had trouble.
Wait,
The
you know
whole
what
time.
though? Did you move your phone? Sometimes when your phone is too close to your computer, it will buffer.
Dude, I got every outfit listed by this computer. Maybe that is the problem.
Pat just said a friend of mine just got 33,000 from Golden.
That's Carrie. Is that Carrie, Pat? For the Caitlin sports card? You're talking about arbitrage? He drew a 1-of-1 card. Yeah.
Yep. He said, yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story. He went to the Nationals and he bought a pack of cards. He drew a 1-of-1 Caitlin Clark jersey, rookie jersey, signed card.
Wow.
And Golden's was there and PSA was there, and PSA told him, we'll grade it for you, get it graded now. And it came out to be a perfect 10. And Golden's was there, and somebody from PSA said you ought to take that over to Golden's and have them take a look at it. And Golden signed a contract with him right then, and they guaranteed him $15K on the card with no fee on $15,000. And a minimal percent, I think it was, what was it, Pat? 2%?
Could you imagine, T?
I think it was 2% on the card that he paid Golden's, and he drew $33,000 on the card.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, Susan has 26. Susan, you might have more followers than me on one. That's so funny.
That's
All right,
great.
guys. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your tea is? She's still up.
the
It's an
bed.
hour past
In
my
the
bed.
Listen, I have to talk to you because I have to get my.
Well, hang in here. We're going to say goodnight to
I
everybody.
gotta
You
go to the bathroom, but I
go ahead. Go.
I'll leave it on. But good night, everybody. Thank you.
Guys, look for a stream in the next 2 or 3 days. We'll come live again and hopefully do